Our characters are in class, Christian, Alex, and Rennie. When the next class starts, Christian and Alex are in the same class. It's a gym class, aka training class. The teacher says, "Alright class, we're having 2-on-2 sparring today." Let me see. He picks out 2 dices. He picks out a couple of dices to switch them around. Everyone picks a number. And, you know. And Akane picks number 5. Adrian picks number 7. Wait, did I say Christian? No, I meant Adrian. So, Adrian picks number 9. Alex picks number 7. And Galaxy Girl picks number 1. And they roll on all of them. So, Christian and Alex are on a team against, alright, Rin. Rin is her name. Rin Hizoku. Her power can warp someone to another galaxy. But her power only opens up a portal which sucks in someone who she's targeting. She can also has the ability to fly and all that crap. We all know Akane Ryuki's powers, blah blah blah, she has dark matter. It's time for the fight. Adrian says, "Alright, you're gonna have to fight him, Alex. You're gonna have to fight her, Alex. You're gonna have to fight Rin, Alex." He goes, "What? No way, I'm gonna get destroyed." He goes, "At least try your best." He goes, "Fine." The coach goes, "Go!" Christian and Akane go, Adrian and Akane go at it, going, jumping in as you're in the sky, clashing, going, Alex is nervous, he doesn't know what to do. 6:30. I'll play with you at 6:30, kid. So Alex aims for her weak spot, then rushes in. She instantly is about to warp him. He goes, as he jumps left, then right to get behind the portal. As he goes, as he's Naruto running, he goes, as he lands a punch to her face, knocking her back. He goes, "So if your portal doesn't connect, you're pretty weak." As she's about to be dropped in, but then he grabs a piece going, as the land below him is crushing, he goes, as he pulls himself up. As she tries to pull up her portal, but Adrian shoots a blast to the left, to the right of him, going, which hits her. But then that cost him a punch from Akane in the face, which knocks him back. But it did save Alex. Alright, kid. Christian goes, as a fire beam appears in his hand, an orb of fire appears in his hand. He goes, as it turns out to be a giant fire wave. As he goes, Akane says, "Eat this, loser!" Charges up a beam of herself and shoots it out, going, The 2 attacks clash, with hers being way bigger. He goes, as the 2 are clashing, Adrian goes, as he pushes even farther, making the 2 clash. As Adrian goes, as he's blasted back, along with Akane being blasted back herself. Alex thinks it's the perfect thing and blitzes right behind Akane, and punches her in the back of the head, then trips her up, then punches her in the stomach, knocking her back. He goes, but then he's about to get trapped in a portal. Christian shoots another blast. As then Adrian's like, my arm. As his arm is almost dislocated. As Alex gets punched and hits Adrian as they go, as the teacher's about to say that's enough, but Adrian puts his head up saying no. As he goes, as he says, swirl! As they both get up and then run doing a swirl around each other. And then they jump towards each other and they both grab each other's hands and spin around. In a blue light, blue and orange light, they blitz towards their opponent. Christian switched to Rin, while Alex fits against Akane. As he lands a punch, but she also clashes as they go. Adrian goes, as he blasts with fire. She goes, portal! She summons a portal right in front of his face, but then he blasts to the left, then pushes it to the left, using his own fire, pushing to the right now, which he goes, "Eat this!" and a point-blank fire blast to her face. But then a portal appears above him, sucking him in. As he's trying to keep himself under. But then he goes, as he gets stuck in there. And then he thinks to himself, saying that he has no way to get out now. But then he thinks, saying that if he overloads the system, if he overloads this entire dimension with flames, he could probably rip his own. He goes, charging up so much flames in his body, which he's not doing actually. He's just standing there as he goes, thinking of a strategy. Akane and Rin are finally teaming up on Alex, but he's really struggling. He's Adrian goes, "Done!" They never noticed, but this entire week I've been storing up fire for one big blast. He goes, as fire swirls around the entire dimension. As he goes, but then a fire tornado swirls around him. He goes, as a portal opens up above him. As people from the normal reality see that the portal's cracking open. As it opens, as Adrian goes, landing on top of Rin with his fist into her back, going, Rin says, in her head she says, "No way, he broke through my dimension!" Akane says, "No way!" He goes, as then he moves and shoots a blast right at her. Then he's in his fire tornado state. In his fire tornado. As his eyes are glowing blue, as Alex goes, "What is that mysterious aura around him?" He goes, as in the aura, it turns into aura, blue aura. And his flames are changed. They don't have like a blue outlining anymore. They're a black outlining. They're just flames now. They're perfect blue flames. As now it's an aura around him. He goes, "Na na 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 na," as he blitzes Rin, breaking through her portals easily with the fire flames. As he goes, Adrian freaking forces his fist so hard to punch right into Rin's face. As he goes, as he lands a punch, then he uppercuts into the sky, going, as he creates a fire orb and throws it into the sky, hitting Rin and knocking her out. As then the fire tornado appears again. As he blitzes Akane, which then he can finally rest. Thing can finally rest. What's his name? Alex can finally rest. And she goes, and lands a punch on her face, knocking her back. She goes, "Eat this!" As a humongous beam comes. Towards him, he just cuts it in half with just his hand. As he goes, "Stronger!" as he blitzes her with a punch and lands it, with her blocking it easily somehow. As he goes, as the fire tornado goes away, as so does eyes, as he closes his eyes and falls, going. As Alex goes, he lost just like that. As she shoots a blast right below her, which knocks Adrian right into Alex as he goes. Alex says, "You did good, friend. You did good. I'll handle this now." as he blitzes her, and they really start to crank up the heat, going, dun. Adrian has been knocked out along with Rin. As he says, damn it, I wish I could have done more, but I'm too much unconscious. As he goes, as he decides to make Alex lose by shooting a beam right at Adrian, but then a fire shield blocks it. He says, in his head, he's like, just because I'm knocked out doesn't mean I can't use my powers from inside my mind. And he's using them to block it. As he can basically see 360 vision all around him. As he's running around, he punches. Actually, he doesn't punch, he's just stuck there. As she goes, what the hell was that? She shoots an even bigger beam, which Alex easily blocks, going, but then he starts to struggle as he's blown back into the sky. She goes, time to die! As she's ready to crush his stomach. His stomach's about to be blown to pieces once she's done with this fist. But then she realizes Adrian's gone. He's right in front of her. As she turns around, he's right in front of her face, going, with his fist on fire, he goes, Brrr! As he annihilates her, knocking her out and down. As the two win, but Adrian falls. And that's it for now.